Alright, as we get into the aluminum foil lab, if you missed this instruction in class, this is how you are going to create the data table that you will input all your data into. Right? So this is the format we kind of want when we finish. Right? So of course it doesn't have any of the numbers in it, you have to put that in yourself. But how to create this table is what this video is all about. Alright? So this is what we're looking for. Let's get to where we need to start. Alright? So we're in our Google Drive. And within our Google Drive, it's good to get into our physical science folder. That way, when we want to save it, it'll actually save right in that location as we go here, right? So we'll start in this folder, and that's where we're going to go. Then we go to New over here, and we're going to go to Google Sheets, and go ahead and open that up. All right. Now, Google Sheets is a spreadsheet type program, and it allows us to input data in a pretty simple way. All right. In the end, we're going to end up creating a table that has that is 6 cells long. So all the way up to letter F with our data. So the first thing we're actually going to do is we're going to kind of start formatting some stuff. So I'm going to select A1 through F1. Right. So this top row right here. And then I'm going to come here where I see these 2 arrows, and it's called Merge Cells. And it's going to make it into one cell. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to center align my text, and then I can put a title in here, which we'll call Aluminum Foil Lab Data Table. All right? So we have that idea. All right, next we're going to go to A2. Right, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna expand this. We're gonna put some information here. So to do that, I just kind of hover my mouse up here. You can see that changes, and I can just pull this over a little bit and make some space. All right. On A2, I'm actually gonna skip this one right here, and I'm gonna go to A3, and I'm gonna put number 1 as in station 1, and I'm gonna give it a little bit more detail and call it the 50 millimeter electronic balance. All right. And then in the next one, I'm going to call it station 2, which was the 50 millimeter quad beam balance. All right. And I'm going to do that all the way down until I have 6 ideas here. All right. Alright, I ended up just copying it from my example that I showed you at the beginning just to try and speed this up a little bit. So you can see I came away with these headings. So I have the 50, the 100, the 200 in that order, and then the electronic, quadruple, electronic, quadruple, electronic, quadruple. That's the pattern that we're looking at here. Alright, so that's the first part. Next we're going to go up to B2, and now we're going to work with our different labels. So this is going to be length in millimeters. Right. Then I'm going to move over a cell, and I'm going to do the area in millimeters. And to do squared, we're just going to use the caret symbol. That's Shift 6. So hold down Shift and press 6, and you get that caret symbol, and that will stand for millimeters squared. Then we got mass in grams, and just to save time, I'm just going to put the rest of the stuff down. You can pause the video and you can kind of copy this information as you need to, so this video just doesn't get so long. Alright, now as you notice, I've got all this information in, and some of my cells got a little crowded with information, so I can actually come over here and I can make them a little bit bigger like this. Just go up to your menu like that and make them a little bit bigger. You might also notice that I increased the font size, and we'll talk about that when we get to the end here. All right. Now in A9, right, we kind of want to copy what we have on the paper, so we're actually going to select all 6 cells across like that again. So A9 to F9, just this single row right here. And once again, we're going to merge the cells. Right, so make one big cell. I'm going to center align it, and then I'm going to type in density of aluminum equals. Now if you've solved for this already, you can definitely plug that number in right there, but I'm not going to give that number away. Then I'm going to say grams per millimeters, and then caret symbol to get the power cubed, like that, right? So we're going to have that in the end. All right, now just to make this look a little neater, to be able to read this a little bit easier, the next step we're going to do is I'm going to select A1, and I'm going to select all of my boxes so everything is highlighted like this. And then I'm going to come up here to borders, and I'm going to choose this symbol right here, right? And that border is going to give you something that looks like this, really this is all you need to do, and that's going to be enough. I would suggest going back to selecting your whole table once again and increasing the size of your font. So right now it says mostly my stuff is Arial 10 point. I'm going to go up to 12 point font just to make everything a little bit bigger. Right? If when you make it bigger things stop fitting, right, and things get covered up, that's where you can come in and shift these boxes like this, make a little bit bigger for the numbers. You can also look at your data table that you have that you wrote, and if you have bigger numbers in these, you can definitely increase the sizes of this stuff. Right? All right, now I'm going to show you how to make it a little bit fancier, right? Because that's just how I roll, I guess. I like it making it look a little neater, kind of separate some ideas. So I'm going to go back here to borders. I'm going to use this border here, but before I do that, I'm going to change the weight of it. So I'm going to go to a thicker line here. Right. So I'm going to go to a thicker line. Right. Now that I've changed the line thickness, but now I'm going to do outside borders like this. Right. So now the outside is nice and thick, like that. And then I'm going to do the same to this box right here. Right. And the border's already thick, so I just have to select it. Same with this bottom one with the density of aluminum. Whoops, wrong button. Right. If you ever do something wrong, Control Z is an undo trick. Right. It's a little bit thick there. And then I'm going to scroll down here, select all of these ones right here. I'm going to do that one last time and have something real nice. All right. That makes a nice, neat table. Makes it a little bit easier, separates things out as I'm working with this, data. Right. I guess technically I could come in here. One, I could spell length correctly. That would be helpful. Two, I could come in here and do that same thing with the border here just to make that stand out just a little bit more. All right. So once you have this finished, that's how you format it. That's how you create it. If you weren't in class to see how I did this, in the future I'll try and do something like this for other tables, just till you kind of get comfortable and know this, and you can do it on your own. All right. At this point now, we definitely want to save it, and so we're going to call it aluminum, and I'm going to abbreviate it just a little bit. Alum foil lab, or alum foil. I'm going to just make it even shorter. Data table, and then I'm going to make sure my name is in there, right? So that when I turn it in, or when you turn it in, I know it's your data table, all right, that you're doing it. It says it's saving it in our aluminum foil lab, which is perfect. All right, it says all changes have been saved, which is also great, and that's it, right? At this point, you would come in and you'd kind of fill in all this data that you wrote down as you were recording things, as you did your calculations, right? And then you can come into this one and you could actually write the number you got for number 7 in there, right? So you have that density of aluminum recorded as well. All right, this video is long enough. If you have questions, make sure you talk to me about it. But go back, rewatch the video. If you missed something, you can rewind it, pause it along the way, and you should be able to build this table no problem. All right, fill in the data, and then you can submit it to the form for this lab. All right, that's it.